There are things I used to do in my 40s that I simply don't do anymore. And it's not because trends changed, it's because frankly, they just stopped working. And I didn't realize at the time that some of them were quietly making my skin worse. Like in my 40s, I could get away with a lot more. In my 50s, my skin makes the rules very clear. So today I'm sharing 6 things I stopped doing to my skin in my 50s. And some of these were hard to let go of. And one of them completely changed how I think about aging. And the first one is a pretty delicate balancing act. It's over exfoliating. Like, I'll be honest, this is a tricky one to get right because exfoliating is absolutely crucial as we age. Cell turnover slows down, skin gets dull, texture builds up. Like, you do need it. But learning the right amount, that took me a while. Like in my 40s, I exfoliated like glow was a competition. If it tingled, I thought it was working. I used to call it spicy. And if my skin looked a little bit pink, I thought I was actually doing something useful. And for a while, I was using a 10% lactic acid every single day. But one day I realized my skin just couldn't hack it anymore. Like my barrier was compromised, my skin wouldn't settle, and everything started to feel reactive. So I did the opposite extreme. I stopped exfoliating completely for a couple of weeks, and somewhere in that reset, I realized there had to be a better way. So I haven't stopped exfoliating, I just stopped overdoing it. So now it's structured, it's intentional, and I let my skin guide the frequency. Now, I have a few exfoliants that I genuinely love. There are the YSC pads. These things are fast, they're easy, and they're great for travel. And Dermalex, I think it's the Self-Esteem Sleep Serum. This is so good, I did an entire video on it. So the right exfoliant used in the right way makes you feel like you have brand new skin. But more is not better. And if you think that over exfoliating was my biggest mistake, it wasn't. The second thing I stopped doing was layering actives just because I could. Like in my 40s, I treated actives like a toolkit. I had to have a vitamin C, a retinoid, exfoliating acids, peptides, la 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 la. And each one of them had benefits individually, so surely all of them together must be better. It felt advanced, it felt proactive. Well, it wasn't. I hit a point where I very quietly, almost undetectably, damaged my barrier. And I mean, this wasn't like redness, this was not inflamed, it was so subtle and it was so quiet, I didn't even notice. Anesthetician did. Like, I thought that product was pilling on my skin, and it wasn't. It was my skin peeling. So that was a real wake-up call, and I completely freaked out. It was while I had this channel, by the way, and I stopped everything for months and months and months. No vitamin C, no acids, no retinoids. Literally all I was using was a cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen. And then, just to make it more extreme, once a week, I did a 24-hour skin fast. No cleansing, no moisturizer, no nothing. And I wasn't punishing my skin. I was trying to hear it. I was trying to let it rebalance. When I decided that my skin had healed and it was healthy again, I decided to reintroduce actives, and I did it very slowly, one at a time, and I did it with purpose. So every active in my routine has a job to do. Now, that doesn't mean I don't layer. Y'all know I am a maximalist, and I rotate products depending on what my skin needs. But I'm not putting in actives just to make sure that I get everything in. Like, unnecessary layering doesn't make me sophisticated. Sometimes it just means I'm impatient. But none of that mattered if I was still ignoring something bigger. The third thing I stopped doing was ignoring the rest of my body. Now, to be fair, in my 40s, I did realize that my neck and my chest are in fact connected to my face. So I have treated these properly for years, and all in all, they look pretty good. But everything below that, not so much. Like, for years, my skincare routine just stopped there. So everything above got strategy and everything below got whatever was nearby. So then menopause arrived. Oh, yay. And almost overnight, my skin changed. Arms, legs, stomach, dryness, crepiness, texture. And I couldn't treat my body like an afterthought anymore. So now I use body products with similar categories of actives to my face. I use peptides, barrier support, retinoids, but these are formulated for body skin. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated, but it does have to be intentional. And it has made an incredible difference. So just remember, aging doesn't stop at the jawline. But honestly, none of that was the hardest shift. The next one took me a little longer to admit. I stopped chasing every new launch. Now, brands are constantly launching new products. I mean, constantly. And I do believe that innovation matters, but I'm also every marketer's dream. Like, even though I literally work in branding, even though I spend my days analyzing what motivates people, I am still a sucker for a good campaign. Plump skin, reduced fine lines, breakthrough peptide, sold! And that product is suddenly in my bathroom. Thought for sure you were going to say something there.
I'm thinking it.
But the issue isn't that I don't finish products, because I do. The issue is inventory. Like sitting over there, I'm sure I have at least 4 vitamin C's. There are probably 8 moisturizers and probably a good 7 peptide serums. Like if they're in my house, it's because I believe they're good, but I don't need more. So I went on a low buy this winter. It's not punishment, it's just containment. To use what I own. Like stop expanding the collection and really give products the time to do their job. And that, in fact, leads me on to number 5. The next thing I stopped doing in my 50s was expecting fast results. And this one is subtle. Because when you get to be my age, the differences in our skin become more pronounced. Like you notice things more. A new line, a deeper wrinkle, texture that wasn't there before. Because trust me, it's there now. And suddenly we become very impatient to see results. Like before and after photos start to look like gold. And I have absolutely been guilty of standing in front of the mirror, scrutinizing a wrinkle, hoping that it is improved since yesterday. But after almost 6 years of making these videos and watching those lines get deeper in real time, I've had to let go of that expectation. Like especially when every marketing claim aged at mature skin promises to reduce fine lines in 30 days. Well, the truth is, skin just doesn't work that fast. And certainly not at my age when cell turnover slows way down. Like anything I do takes at least 90 days to see an impact. I mean, anything. And then some things just take so much longer. Retinol is the long game. So I've had to shift my mindset, like less obsession with immediate results, more focus on the long game, like trusting the process. If change is even the goal. Because that question leads directly to the biggest realization of all. The biggest shift wasn't about products. It was about what I thought I was trying to achieve. Like for a long time, I thought younger was the goal. Like not consciously. I'm sure I wouldn't have said that out loud, but subtly. And then somewhere along the way, I realized like that mindset is exhausting and quite frankly unachievable. Like I used to hate those emerging crow's feet that just came out of nowhere. And now they don't really bother me anymore. Now that doesn't mean I've stopped caring. You've been to this channel. Yes, I use a lot of products. Yes, I use a lot of devices, but I use them to make my skin better, healthier, stronger, more resilient, not necessarily younger. I'm not sad that I'm 55. It was my birthday yesterday. And in fact, I actually enjoy getting older. And I think it's less about appearance and it's more about attitude. Like I always say, I'm just immature enough to stay young at any age. And that feels like a much better goal than chasing youth. Because honestly, aging well isn't about doing more. Sometimes it's just about stopping the things that were never helping in the first place. So now I'm curious, what's something that you've stopped doing for your skin as you've gotten older? It could be a product, a routine, or even just a mindset. Like I genuinely would love to hear. So please tell me in the comments. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you at the next one. Bye. And if you like this video, YouTube thinks you're going to like this next one.